All right, and we are live. Great. So in this video, I'm gonna go over organic versus paid marketing, and yeah, I'm gonna go give you a high-level overview of it, so you can make a better decision to where you want to focus on, and I'm gonna go over the pros and cons of it, right? And which one comes first, right? So that's what I'm gonna be covering in this video. My name is Fabio, by the way, for those that don't know. Um, and I actually have this new amazing thing up and running. Hopefully, you guys can figure it out later. So, before I get started, if you watch this on replay, make sure to hit hashtag replay below in the comment section. And if you have any questions throughout this small training, go ahead and leave them below, and I will be happy to get back to you. All right, so organic versus paid marketing. Awesome. So let's go let's go over the pros of organic. Okay. Let me make this maybe bigger. All right. So the pros of organic: easier to initially get started. Okay, it's just easier. You have the platforms out there, and you just can tap into them, and you're ready to go. No initial money is required, right? And it's just easy because all these platforms out there are ready to go, right? Like I'm talking like Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, email, Facebook groups, right? And even LinkedIn groups and all and more. But all these platforms are just there, ready to tap into it. It's easy to start. It's just the the normal path, which I didn't start that way. I went straight to paid ads when I started my journey. But then the pros also it doesn't cost money, right? With organic, it's free, although it's all time based, right? So if you look at time as money, then it's not free because you're going to put your time in it, right? But it doesn't cost any money. You can start absolutely for free, and then it's best to test new offers, right? It's absolutely the best way to test offers, because, right, you can test an offer. If it doesn't work, if the offer doesn't convert, then you haven't spent any money, and you can test it again with that traffic over and over. And it's just best to test. You can see the feedback from people. It's just a better way to test. 100% organic, like what I teach on my community program, is we go 100% organic in the beginning, right? So we can test the offers, and with organic you can get fast results, really fast, and it doesn't mean, like some people have this thinking that you need a lot of traffic to get good results, and that's not just the case. With organic, you do get fast results when done right? And and then another pro, it can be completely automated for cheap. So you can automate organic traffic like crazy with a virtual assistant, cheap virtual assistant from the Philippines. Pay them between $2.50 to $5, and you can have it automate everything, especially with so many tools out there that will help you do that. Like, for example, one of them being Zapier, right? So yeah, these are the pros of organic, right? Easy to, it's just ready to go. Now let's go cons of the organic. Platforms sometimes get challenging to maneuver. What I mean by that is sometimes some platforms will have limitations, like you can send a certain amount of requests or a certain amount of messages. Like for instance, LinkedIn, it has a limit to how many messages you can send per day. So it's a bit challenging to maneuver. More challenging to scale beyond a certain point with organic, right? Although you can really go big with it, but to really scale, huge and go way beyond, it's more challenging, right? Which it's still doable, but it's challenging. Now, setup may be challenging for some people. Putting it all together, doing outbound messaging, maybe creating content and all that stuff. For some people, that is challenging, right? Now let's go over the pros of paid media. More scalability, right? You can scale like crazy big, right? It's easier to set up with paid ads, right? You just set up a campaign and boom, you're ready to go. And it's easier to track data too, right? You have all these data points where you can track like where clicks are coming from, where the conversion is coming from, all that good stuff, right? And then the cons of paid media, it can quickly burn cash if you don't know what you're doing. And this is what I did in the beginning as I started with affiliate marketing. I went all out with paid media, doing mobile marketing, and basically I just wasted so much money. And you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars basically just testing out ads. And the thing with paid ads is that if you don't have the nurturing systems in place, if you don't have the copy in place, then you will burn a lot of cash. That's why organic traffic is much, much better to start and also to scale as well. Is because you can actually test a lot of copy and see what works and see what doesn't. And then it would make sense to go with paid ads later on when you have your copy dialed in, right? With paid ads, it doesn't work as well if you use early in the growth process, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So in the beginning, it's like because of the copy is not dialed in, then it won't work. It just simply won't work. You have to do a lot of testing and spend a lot of money doing it. I know the process. You waste a lot of money, and and most people just give up because if you're a beginner, right? So it can quickly burn data if you don't know what you're doing, right? As you get clicks and traffic from paid traffic, it can quickly, like the data that you're collecting, it's key to know what's working, what it's not, and you can burn that data, you can lose that data very easily, and basically you don't know what you're doing, if that makes sense, right? So let me just go back here and give you another overview here. Let me go like this, okay? With organic traffic, it's just more easy to test offers. It's just more easy to start. It's just the natural path that I would recommend anybody starting and already on the online world. Although you can use both of each, but in the beginning, and with the organic, there's many methods. The methods that I teach are fast way to get traffic, fast way to attract traffic, but there are so many other like long-term strategies that organic is just absolutely amazing because you're building an asset, right? You're building a community. You're building, if you would do SEO, which I don't teach this, but SEO, if you build like your blog or something in long term, and then as you build, then you would get so much traffic from search engines, and it builds momentum. But also that's doable a lot with other traffic methods like even TikTok, YouTube as well, right? The SEO search engine, as people search for your content, keywords and things like that, it will show up in the search bar, right? And it's free traffic coming your way, so you're building assets, right? As in with paid, you're sending traffic, and if it doesn't work, then you just lost that money, and that's it. Basically, that's kind of what happens, if that makes sense, right? So that's why I always recommend dialing in organically. And then once you have your offer in place, and once you know it's converting, once you have all the copy dialed in, then it would make sense to then invest in some paid cold traffic, because now you have the nurturing process in place. You have everything and tested everything with organic traffic, and you're already making thousands of dollars with it, because honestly, with organic traffic, you can make big money. So there's this misconception that organic traffic, it's slow and it's slow to make money. No, it's not. It's not. It's really not that. It's really not that. That's not the case. And you can get a lot of traffic. So with that said, let me just so that's what's up. And on my new program that I have going on now, which, by the way, I'm gonna tell you for the first time here, it's the URL I have right here on the screen, right? This one right here. My new project is called Fabulous.com. Okay, it's the Fabulous Community Program. Okay, and in this program, my strategies are all organic, although I teach how you can scale then with paid ads, right? But always recommend first implementing a virtual assistant and dialing up the outbound messaging even before implementing any type of ads. Okay, and and then once going into ads, I would absolutely recommend first implement paid retargeting ads, and test with retargeting, and then after you have that dialed in, then you want to even build more your assets, build even more high quality testimonials and case studies, the foundation content in your website, and you have everything dialed in and you've tested with organic traffic, and then you're already doing really well. Then you will scale forward and leverage the cold paid traffic. So that would be the natural progression that makes sense. So there we go. I hope you found that helpful. And if you have any thoughts or any questions, you can feel free to comment below. And with that said, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully. Oh, and yeah, if you want to learn more about the fabulous new project that I have going on, go check out the URL right here I have on the screen. I believe in YouTube I have the link below the video as well, and you can get in touch with me there. So with that said, that's all. Hopefully I'll see you soon.